Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Facebook. How you doing? It's GB coming back at you again, trying to feel comfortable in my own skin. Hey, how's everybody doing out there? I give you a call, but it's way too early in the morning. I'm up in the morning early, drinking my coffee, getting ready for the day. It's Sunday. I'm very excited about today. I'm going to be going down to hang out at Thu with Missio Dei Communities. Thinking about my family out there. Thinking about people out there in Detroit, Monroe County, Michigan, New York, Long Island, my cousins, my dad, grandma, grandpa, everybody out there, aunts, uncles. Just thinking about you guys this morning. Thinking about my old friends, my new friends, and so I'm just coming with some love and some encouragement this morning. Just wanted to share a little bit, get on the JVC and rip it up. Just very excited about this forum, just getting out there and talking about real life. I thought I would come in the context of black and white this morning, the medium, the mode of black and white on the JVC. Mainly just because I think it speaks to who I am, that I'm not just black and I'm not just white. And while I struggled with being black and white in my views, I find myself coming into the center and the middle a little bit more. But also black and white just being a representation of the cultural diversity that's in my family. But also the cultural diversity of the world, that the world is not just black, the world is not just white, and the world is not just everybody else who's in between, but it's all of us, and every one of us, we need each other, and our lives, I think as well stated in the movie The Crash, are so intricately, however you say that, golly, tongue stuck on the roof of my mouth this morning, interwoven together. We not only need each other, but it's like no matter what we do, we're connected with each other. I think it's very interesting. I was looking on my friends list on Facebook, and there'll be somebody that I know who knows somebody that I know, but I had no clue that those people knew these people. I mean, what's up with that? So, I don't know. This world, even though it's huge, it's so small. And I've had this experience where I've ran into people at the mall that I haven't seen in years, and you're just like, wow, am I really running into you right now? Or ran into somebody on Facebook the other day, you know, that I haven't seen in 12, 13 years. And it just so happens that our stories are lining up. And I'm just like, wow, that's amazing. You know, when's the last time that you've considered somebody's story? Yeah, I brought it up. Story. We're story formed as people. There's a place where we've been, and there's a place where we're going. And that's our story. When's the last time that you've talked to somebody just to get to know their story? I want to encourage you to speak to somebody today. Speak to somebody this week. This is the first day of the week on the Jewish calendar, mind you. Just to get to know people, get to know their story. I also want to encourage you just to get to know the story of God. The story of God is stated in the creation, the rebellion, the promise, the redemption, the church, and restoration of the world. I want to encourage you to take a fresh look at the story of God. Everything from Genesis to Revelation. You know, there's a lot of people out there who are following Christ who get stuck just in Revelation, and they want to look at Revelation like it's some kind of horoscope or something like that. Like you're gonna find the answers to what it means to be a Gemini or a Libra in the book of Revelation. I just want to encourage you to take a fresh look at it, you know, just starting in the Act 1 in the creation and understanding the promises of God, of what it means to be led into that redemption that the scriptures are talking about. My personal story is that I was born and raised in a cult, to be honest with you, but having been brought out of that years later, I recommitted my heart to Christ and to be a student of Jesus, to understand that Jesus, he wanted to teach me about things about life, so that I could learn the answers of life and to understand that he's alive and well today, and that he rose again from the dead, and that he's still calling people to be his students. And I'm just one person who did that. You know, to be honest with you, I'm gonna just put it out there with boldness that, you know what, when I was like 14 years old, I went to the 5% of Islam for answers, and I wasn't really accepted because I was white. And I'm not trying to knock people and start to get into some kind of brawl over this thing, but that's just the reality that I searched for answers in other faiths and other beliefs and other ideas about the world. But you know what, there came a time, you know, because I was addicted on drugs and alcohol, and I needed redemption. I needed healing in my life, and I started to cry out to Christ. I started to cry out to Him for answers. I opened up His Word and I started to read in it, and I was suffering at that time. I think it was like 17 or 18 years old, trying to finish up my last year of high school. I was real depressed, getting high in the alley almost dang near every day before I went to school. But I was crying out during that time, and I was asking, Lord, I need answers in life, and if you're there, please speak to me, please show me. I had such a sincere commitment to Him when I was a young child. I got baptized, my own father baptized me, my father was a minister. But years later, you know, having fallen away from God and find myself drug addicted, alcohol addicted, that I needed something, and I needed a healing in my heart. I needed a touch in my life that I could not produce on my own. But the reality is I just started to see Christ, and Christ started to show Himself to me. And so I just wanted to flip on the JVC, just flip on the camera, and just encourage you to start to look into the story of God. Maybe you are looking in the story of God, but you've been looking in the Word with the wrong motives. I just want to reel you in from that extreme and just come to the story purely. But also, if you're on that extreme where you're turning away from the story of God, where you don't want nothing to do with the story of God, and I just want to come to you and encourage you, please consider the story. Consider Act 1 through Genesis, the creation. Oh yeah, I know there's a lot of people, yeah, whatever. Right now we aren't going to deal with what they're saying. Because the reality is there something that I'm saying right now that is connecting with you? And you understand the things that I'm saying that could be because they're penetrating your heart, and it's where you're at. I want to encourage you, just get into Genesis, the book of Genesis, to start to read about the creation. Read about the truth of it. You know, some of us are coming to this search with just hypocrisy in our heart, and it's the hypocrisy in that search that doesn't lead us to the truth. Just come to it with an open heart and say, Lord, show me, speak to me from Genesis. Show me the creation. Show me about the rebellion in Adam and Eve. But show me about your promise in Genesis 3:15. And show me about your redemption. Show me about your heart. Show me about the cross. And show me about the answers of life. Hey, listen, I gotta go, but I just wanted to drop that line. Drop me a line, drop me a message. You guys have a great day. Have a great Sunday. Faf, I love you. Missio Day. Can't wait to get together. Detroit, Michigan, New York, Long Island, I love you. Coronado, Bedanza Clan, Bedanza Mafia.
Jack Daniels.